My fellow creepers and things that go bump in the night, welcome back, back to another episode of Creature of the Night. I am your host, Toxin, your friendly neighborhood sinner. You should know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, ding that little bell to let you know every time I upload, so you can keep up to date with me, guys. Where do I start with this film? From two of the directors of Scream 5 and 6, and alongside the writers of Scream 5 and 6, as well as Ready or Not and Castle Rock, comes this brainchild. Ladies and gentlemen, Abigail.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! She's fucking flying!
After a group of criminals kidnaps the ballerina daughter of a dangerous underworld boss, they quickly isolate themselves in a mansion. And boy, do they realize they are not trapped there with an ordinary girl. Let me just get this out of the way. Melissa Barea, Catherine Newton, Kevin Durant, and the late, great King Angus Cloud, our pre-brother.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
That they made up a great ensemble of a cast. They were funny. This movie was funny. A lot of one-liners, a lot of zingers. And it's another film that made me feel like I could connect with the group, and it actually made me want a lot of them to live.
Kill them! Kill them all!
Some of them I could care less if they died, and some of them they weren't really around long enough for you to actually engage with them. But the main people, like I believe it was Kevin Durant, the guy who played Frank, I don't remember his name, Catherine Newton, and Melissa, like the last group of the survivors, like you really engaged with them. You heard their backstory of why they were there. Again, guys, this is a spoiler review, so if you don't want to listen and have the movie ruined for you, go check down in the description below for the link to my TikTok. Make sure you're following me over there so you can have a spoiler-free review up there. So yeah, go make sure you go click over there. But yes, back to the movie. When we see these people and why we figure out why they're brought together, just because they were brought, they did a organization wrong, essentially, and we find out that Abigail is a vampire, which the trailer did ruin for us, so that shouldn't be too big of a spoiler, just saying. But that she's actually her daddy's hitman, because let's just say major daddy issues along through this film. Daddy wasn't there.
Daddy wasn't there.
She's just doing all this, taking out her daddy's enemies because she wants daddy to notice her.
I needed a father.
Overall, I thought it was funny. I didn't really see the significance of her being a ballerina.
I fucking hate ballet.
Just the fact that she was a girl, and she's been a girl for however long she's been a little girl. Maybe that's just it, so she can seem normal to people. But then after we realize that she is a vampire and she's lived for so long, her dancing to the ballerina and to the same song, I forget the name of the song, hopefully you're hearing it or seeing a clip of it. But after finding out that she was a vampire, I would have just dropped the whole thing with that, because I was like, it was like, I didn't really see the big thing about it. Just there was no action sequences or anything that really like defined, okay, because she could do this because she's a ballerina. No, she could do this because she's a fucking vampire. I'm just saying.
Oh, she's fucking flying!
What can I expect, from the two of the directors of Scream 5, I believe, and 6, and along the writers of Scream 5 and 6, and the writers of Ready or Not, and the director of Ready or Not. So I could kind of see the similarities with that, because through that one, the whole situation, she's wearing her wedding dress through the entire night that she's being hunted. So this time, the ballerina is actually doing the hunting, and she's in her ballerina dress the entire time. So, to each his own on that, I guess. But I did like the vampires, like how it went through the list of normal, what we grew up seeing in vampire films. Well, what can they do? What can't they do? What can hurt them? What can't hurt them? Crucifixes don't work. Garlic doesn't work. But a stake through the heart and sunlight. And let me just say, when they kill a vampire, because several people get turned throughout this thing, that when they explode and die, holy shit. It is violent to the T, and I loved it. I loved how they would just explode and all their bodily fluids would just fly everywhere. It's very bloody. It's very gory. So if that's not your thing, this film is not for you. But overall, again, one-liners, zingers. It was just funny. It kept me engaged through the entire thing. And I love some of the new powers, because I do remember in other vampire films that they can control their servants, but this one kind of went into detail with if you're bitten, you're kind of just infected, and they can use your body as a meat puppet. But if I've seen this before in other films as well, that if they bite you and you actually drink their blood, then you are a full-on vampire and you have your free will. It's not just you being controlled by somebody else, and whatever happens, happens. So I thought that was pretty interesting to see that. Seeing Catherine Newton's dance when she becomes a meat puppet was just hilarious to me. But yeah, guys, this film, it is in theaters. Go check it out. Abigail, I don't know, 2 thumbs up, 7 out of 10 for me. Just because, again, I really didn't see the significance of her being a ballerina through the whole thing, and then the ending, it was kind of unsatisfying to me. Just because she kind of walks out after knowing the truth about the underground and knowing what the daughter Abigail and the father is, like what they truly are and how they control this underworld of there's a criminal underworld, and she's just allowed to walk free after everything she's seen. I don't know. I don't believe that ending too much, but again, I didn't write it, I didn't direct it, so to each his own. That's another thing too. I love how this film answered like the one question that everybody asked: if you were immortal, what would you do? Some people would gain PhDs and learn everything. Some people would like find a cure for the world's diseases, solve world hunger, whatever it is that you would do with immortality. This one, why not become an underground boss? Who knows? Become a mobster or whatever you want to call it and control everything in your power. I mean, what else? You have nothing but time.
It's on my side.
But yeah, guys, go check it out. Let me know what you thought about the film when you go check it out. Let me know what you thought about this review. And please, guys, share my videos. Yeah, guys, and like I always say, if you're not sinning, you're not having fun. Beware the moon, guys.